Hey guys, Lee here. Got access this morning to Ankur Shukla's WP tweet machine. Basically what this does is this manages your Twitter account for you. Now, why would you want to manage your Twitter account? What are you going to get out of that? Well, you can get an enormous amount out of Twitter. The problem is you have to have a lot of followers in order to get that. And if you're going to try to get those followers manually, that's going to be difficult. Also, now with Periscope, which if you follow me at all, you know I am huge into Periscope. Periscope is owned by Twitter, so you have a knockoff effect. As your Twitter account grows, you have a knockoff effect if you use live streaming at all or want to use live streaming at all of this increasing the number of followers, increasing the number of views of your scopes on Periscope. But anyway, I want to show you, I've installed this on my blog, and just to take a look at it, I want to show you how it works. This is a WordPress plugin, so you will have to have a WordPress blog to install it on. That's not that hard. If you've never installed a WordPress blog, you can easily do that yourself. You would need a domain, you would need hosting, like with HostGator, and once you have that, the hosting has an install wizard called, I think in HostGator it's called Quick Install. Just go through that. That installs it very easily. You can hire people on Fiverr for very cheap to install WordPress blogs now. So if you're like thinking, well, gee, I would love to have this running. I would love to have this building out my Twitter account or accounts. But I don't want to have to, learn any hard technical stuff. And this is not hard, but, I don't want to have to learn that. Fiverr is your answer, okay? But anyway, so to install the plugin, you just go to Plugins, Add New. We'll come back here in a second. And just go to where it says Upload Plugin. And go where it says Browse, and then you browse on your computer and you hit Install, and bam, you're done. Okay, it's that easy. You do have some settings to take care of, and Ankur, these are the settings that allows the plugin on your WordPress site to communicate with Twitter, to communicate with Google, to communicate with, it pulls images from Instagram to communicate with Instagram. So you'll have to go through that one time, and I've just gone through that. It took me about 15 minutes. And it's not hard. I didn't even have Ankur's instructions. He's got really good instructions on how to do this. I just sat here and figured it out myself. So it took me 15 minutes. It'll probably take you a lot less time with his instructions. But once you get it installed, you go to Campaigns. And I just set up a little WP Tweet test campaign. And so let's look at editing that. Just kind of walk you through this. You got a little setting up the campaign. So here are the things that it can do. You can pull videos from channels, all right, and put those onto your, and you can do this multiple times. Put those onto your Twitter. So in other words, I could go out to big channels or big playlists that have videos that are related to what my Twitter account is for. Okay, so you can have a big playlist or a big channel. Let's say Forbes Magazine. Forbes Magazine has a huge YouTube channel that I use when I automate stuff because it's business related stuff, right? So you can go there, you could, type that in here and hit add, and so that's added. I just added my own just to have something to add. Images are pulled from Instagram, so you put in an Instagram username. Well, again, I put in my own username, but again, you could put in the username of a big Instagram account that has something to do with, with what you're doing. Okay, so you would find a related Instagram account, which is not hard to do. You can use feeds. All right, so you can go find feeds, and again, I use Forbes Magazine a lot. I do a lot of this stuff, this type of thing, both with Twitter and LinkedIn through software, and Forbes Magazine, because I'm I'm a business person. Okay, I'm interested in promoting myself as a business savvy person. So a lot of the feeds and stuff I use are from Forbes magazine. Forbes magazine has a ton of feeds, but you can look at other business magazines, or if you're in an entirely different non-business related niche, then you can find a website or something like that that's very active, that has a lot of content. You can pull their feed and you can put it in here. And then you get to find retweets and follows for people, for either users or hashtags. And I just, hashtagged MLM just to have something I was basically just experimenting, just seeing what it was doing. And then you can have, it's got a custom setting here. So you can put in your own custom marketing messages. So you might want to drop in a promotional message every now and then. And it's got a log that tells you, gives you feedback on what it does. You can set up cron jobs in your hosting. If you don't know how to do that, that's really easy to do. But again, don't let, well, gee, Lee, I don't know what a cron job is. One, it's really easy to do. But two, if that scares you, Fiverr, seriously. I mean, you could get this whole thing set up forever on Fiverr for $10, $15, if not less. So don't let the little bit of setup hold you back. This is a solid piece of software. I know Anchor personally, and he builds really great software, and this is cool stuff. One thing I do like about it is that you put it on your WordPress site, so it's not resident on your computer. It's just out there and on your server. I think that is cool, and I think that's a good improvement over some other things that I've seen. But cool beans. That's what this is all about. You decide if it's right for you, and if it is, Anchor's a good guy. I like his stuff. Thank you so much. Have a great day.